Step into the game. We the Curry brothers, night and day network. We bring awareness to the community, spreading consciousness. With the truth we chase greatness. In the darkness we shine like the brightest stars, using our platform to break mental prisons. You know who we are. From the streets to the stage, we never back down. Constantly evolving, we wear the crown. Mindful warriors, we're changing the game. Never stay the same. Night and day network, we're here to stay. Bring awareness and consciousness every single.
Don't be fooled by the internet. It's cool to get on the computer, but don't let the computer get on you. It's cool to use the computer, don't let the computer use you. You all saw The Matrix. There's a war going on, the battlefield's in the mind. The prize is the soul.
What's up, what up, y'all? What's going on?
Shit, what in the hell is going on out here, man?
Got a late night live stream. Let us know if we coming in clear, y'all. I think we having some technical difficulties over here, but we need to know if y'all can hear us live. Are we good? Audio good and all that?
We clear.
Please let us know if we clear. Make sure y'all press the 1 and let us know if we clear. We good?
Are we both clear?
Are we good, y'all? We was having like some technical difficulties over here. All right, so we both good.
All right.
Okay. All right, y'all. All right, okay. Yo, shout out to the third shift gang in here, man. What's going on, y'all? I know we gotta get into these topics real quick. We ain't gonna keep y'all too long, but we ain't get to go live a day earlier, so we figured we just come on here third shift. You know what I mean, and rock out with y'all. All right. So let me go down the line. What's going on, Denitra? What's going on? Incoming opinion. What's going on? Love. Melanie Jones. What's going on? Mel in the building. Shout out to the Sneaky Link in the building. All right. VK Bay in the building.
Shout out to Protect Your Peace too. She said received my 2 Zeolites and TCT oil tonight. Thank you, and looking forward to purchasing others. I will introduce your company to my staff and other business owners here in Texas. Well, we definitely appreciate your business.
Shout out to you.
You know what I mean? We've been shipping packages out, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Every business day, we ship packages out.
Yeah.
A whole bunch is going out tomorrow. So, man, if y'all been waiting for y'all packages to come, man, they on their way.
Yeah. What's going on, Sheila? All right, Desmond. What's going on?
Still 20% off, too, y'all.
Yeah. What's going on, GT? Medusa. All right. Shout out to y'all that's just coming in here. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. We gonna go ahead and get into it because we ain't gonna try to keep y'all too long on here.
Nah, we ain't gonna keep y'all.
We know it's late, but shout out to y'all that's tuning in from work. You know what I mean? Shout out to y'all that's tuning in on y'all way home from work. Y'all already know how it is. Yep. All right. You said Kimberly said I received my Zeolite Saturday, feeling better already. Thank you, brothers. All right. So that's Kimberly. Yep. All right, let me get this back on.
Zeolite, definitely 5-star product. You see results very quick.
Oh, now can y'all hear Isiah? Sound fading on this part.
Oh, my bad. I had my mic muted.
All right, y'all, we good. What's going on, brother Alu? All right.
I was saying that Zeolite is definitely a 5-star product. You can tell, you know what I mean? Because people get results within like a couple days to a week.
Right.
You start seeing results already.
All right, what's going on? Got us wild red. All right. Yep. All right, we trying to. I don't know if they sending the notifications out or not. Pretty sure y'all. Hopefully y'all getting the notifications. If you ain't, man, make sure you reset all notifications, man.
Sometimes you gotta do that. Yup.
Sometimes you gotta reset that because they be playing around with them notifications and all that. So, yep.
Man, we got a couple topics to cover tonight, man.
Hey, what's going on with
locked up, man? You got somebody from the LAPD confirming that Diddy put a hit on Tupac.
Well, it's the same detective. Still speaking on it. So we're gonna definitely get into that.
Right.
I mean, I'm thinking pretty much everybody should know, that Mr. Keefy D there, was definitely a part of all that situation that was happening back then.
Right.
You can hear me good? Or it still sound low?
Yeah, it still sound low, but yeah, I'm working with it.
Yeah, this is crazy. Sorry, y'all, for the technical difficulties we having. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on with this. I don't know what the hell going on. Yeah.
Long as they can hear us, you good.
Hey, all right, that's cool. All right, cause all right, so we gotta get into this, man. All right, so we got Chrisean. She went to Blueface court date and ended up getting herself arrested. You know what I mean? Charges and all that for the things that she did in Oklahoma. Now she's being shipped back to Oklahoma to where she ain't got to do too much. You know what I mean? 10 days in jail. Then she get 12-month probation. So that ain't too bad.
That ain't nothing.
Yeah, that ain't really nothing.
Nah.
I'm pretty sure she's been through worse things than that. Let me pull this up real quick, y'all. My bad. All right, let me pull this up. Yep, it ain't too bad. Yeah, that's crazy that baby, both parents locked up. I'm like, damn, who got the baby? Who got the damn baby?
Who got the baby?
Who got the baby? You know what I'm saying?
You don't need to be seeing this.
That's crazy. Both parents locked up. That's insane, yo.
That baby gonna grow up like Kane?
Like Kane and Menace?
Right. No, Kane. Right.
Yep. So Chrisean got I already know she had got arrested. You know what I mean? At the courthouse. Yep. So it says Chrisean was sentenced to 12 months probation. Oh, she got to do 30 days in jail. My bad, y'all. 30 days in jail. And the result to an altercation that happened at Tamar Braxton show. Y'all know with the Patty Pie dude, James Wright. She swung on him or whatever. So that's he pressed charges. So that's what she got to go, sit down for 30 days for. That's crazy though. All right, so let me bring this Whack 100 because that's Blueface's manager. Everybody know that's Blueface's manager, and he speak to Chrisean on a regular. So let's go ahead and see what this brownie face ass nigga got to say. Let's continue.
All right, listen. Let me address this. I didn't feel it was my place because Blueface is my client. Chrisean isn't. But let me address this. Listen, Chrisean has, I believe, 2-3 warrants. One of them not serious. Arizona's not serious. California's not serious, right? The one that's holding her is Oklahoma, no bail warrant because of probation violation. Okay, you cannot bail her out. Stop hitting me. Why you ain't bailed her out? Why you ain't got an attorney? We don't need to get her attorney. All right, it's the bottom line. That judge is gonna do what that judge is gonna do when she gets back down there. Me personally, unless the judge is on some extreme shit, because Chrisean Rock been on line talking about fuck Oklahoma and fuck all that. If the judge is on some regular shit, the judge gonna get down there, may give her 30 days of some bullshit, reorder her classes, and let her go. Once they let her go, LA, I believe LA is reduced to a misdemeanor. It's not even that serious. So all this old shit y'all got going on, ain't nothing I can do. Nothing Blueface could do. Even if I didn't want to do it, if Blueface called that dog and said, go get her, I would have went and got her. It's just the politics of it. So nothing anybody could fucking do. When you got to hold, you got to hold. Now, I told Rock 50 million times, hey, stop going live at that house. Police has been over there several times knocking on the door because people didn't send them. I told Rock, stop coming to court. She accused me of not want her to come to court, so it looks like she ain't supporting Blue. Listen, Blue was already in jail. He understands you don't need to be there, right? I'm telling you, not only was you coming to court, you going live at the court. She tells me Oklahoma can't get to the courtroom by the time I'm in and out. She's just not mentally there to understand how life works, how the law works, how this shit works. So I did my part. Only thing I can do is tell you over and over and over again. Hard ass, make a soft ass. Ultimately, I think within the next 30 days, they got 45 days to transport her. If they come get her, they fill that plane up. You know what I mean? If they fill that plane up in time, they'll fly her over there. So the faster she gets over there, faster she'll be home. It's not like she's going to do some years, be incarcerated for a long time, right? The minute you hear Rock is in Oklahoma custody, right? Probably within 10 days of that, best case, she'll be home, or the judge might give her a little time, couple months, or whatever to do. Either way, we'll see it before Christmas. We'll see it before the summer's up. She'd be all right. Stop it with all the bullshit hitting me about why ain't this, why ain't that, why Blue ain't this. Ain't nothing we can do, right? She's in the same situation Blueface in. When you violate probation, you got to go see the judge. You can't bail. You can't do nothing. All right? Cool. Have a nice day. All right, listen. Let me address this. I didn't feel it was my place because Blueface is my client. Chrisean isn't. But let me address this. Listen, Chrisean has, I believe, 2-3 warrants. One of them not serious. Arizona's not serious.
All right, so yeah, ain't nothing they can do. There ain't no bail with that. She violated probation. Yeah, ain't no bail with that shit. So, yeah, I don't know hounding this man and go get her out of jail. Ain't shit nobody can do about that. You know what I mean? Isiah, what you on mute? I think Isiah faded out, y'all. I think. Yo, we good? Y'all can hear us? All right. I don't know what these technical difficulties going on. Oh, Isiah, okay. Yeah, because he can barely hear me, so I don't know what's going on with this. I don't know what the hell going on. Yeah, damn, who got the baby, man? Where the baby at? Damn, nobody know where the baby at? That's crazy. Y'all say spaced out, y'all stupid. Hey, who got the baby, man? Hopefully that baby's getting taken, getting the proper care, man, because something wrong with that baby. I don't know what the hell going on, but something's wrong with that child.
Give me the baby. Give me the baby. You don't need to be seeing this.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. All right, what's going on? Goddess Intellect. All right. Shout out to y'all just coming in here, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button if you can. I mean, I know a lot of y'all be tuning in from work and all that. So, yeah, we definitely got to get into this Keefy D. So you already know this. His trial coming up soon. So they want to keep this thing going in the media. So we're going to go ahead and switch gears. Let's get into a quick commercial break, though, bro. So we can come back and get into this because we got some videos to play. We got Shug speaking out again saying Puff been working with the feds. So if Puff been working with the feds, nigga, have you been working with the feds? Like, come on, bro. What's going on? Boulevard 73. What's going on, bro? BK in the building.
To tell you the truth, I mean, you hear that rumor about majority of the celebrities working with the feds in some type of capacity. Mm-hmm. Just think about all the top celebrities and think about the rumors that you heard over the years. Just think about it. We can name a lot of them. Mm-hmm. There was rumors that they was working with the feds, that they were the feds. So Diddy Diddy and Shug and all of them was people were saying they were working with government agencies on some snowfall type of incident.
Right.
Like it's like that's the only way they're gonna let you get rich if you working. You know what I mean? Think about it.
Well, that's what it seems
Other than
like.
that, they're F with you.
That's what it seems like.
That's what it seems like, don't it? But it seems like it's all crumbling though. It's all crumbling because now it seems like everybody going to jail for what they did.
Yup. Everything is being exposed.
Right. It's crazy. It's like they let them like do decades of just dirt. Now it's all coming back.
Yup.
That's wild.
Right. All right, we're gonna get into a quick commercial break because we got some things to break down when we get back. So stay tuned.
Zeolite is one of the most amazing minerals of our age. Millions of people have been using detoxification supplements to remove harmful toxins, pollutants, heavy toxic metals, as well as to balance pH levels, lower the risk of viruses like cold and flu, support the immune system, and improve nutrient absorption. What is zeolite? Zeolite is a volcanic ash that forms over time when ash and lava react with alkalized water, resulting in a compound with a very strong cage-like structure and a negative charge. Zeolite is one of the most fascinating and powerful nature remedies available. Great to detox and balance your body. Health benefits of detoxing. The removal of excess heavy metals can improve overall health. Detoxification helps balance a body's pH levels. This product provides 30 capsules, 1 month supply, ships within 3 days. Purchase now at nightanddayNetmarket.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back.
Man, if y'all looking for a great detox, man,
head over
to nightanddayNetmarket.com. That Zeolite.
20% still off, right?
Yep, 20% off. That Zeolite is a 5-star product. Like we said, man, people see results from a week, a couple days to a week. You start seeing results.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, even though it detoxes you real fast, you still don't get the detox symptoms, which is the best thing about it. So, man, we definitely appreciate all of y'all who've been shopping with us, and everything's 20% off still, man. So head over there. Y'all haven't already. nightanddayNetmarket.com.
Yep. All right, so an article was put out today by the Sun. The detective dude still speaking on the case, so we're gonna get into that. Then we're gonna go back and jump back in time real quick and get into a few videos. Some things people might have had missed, as far as like Keefe D confession to the to the detectives. We're gonna get into that. Shug speaking out, saying Diddy was working with the feds the whole time. We're gonna get into that. So yeah, let's get into this article real quick. All right.
Tupac Shakur cops take on daunting task to find 1996 receipts and hotel records to give Keefe D. Las Vegas investigators are going back in time in a bid to find evidence about murder suspect Keefe D being central to Tupac Shakur's killing, the U.S. Sun can reveal.
When they say that.
The Clark County District Attorney has dispatched staff to retrace Keefe's steps on the fateful night he and Southside Crip gangsters hunted down Tupac around Sin City. 5. Special teams are forensically putting together all evidence, potential witness statements, and even potential surveillance footage from the night of September 7, 1996. An insider claims the probes have led to some fresh leads and opportunities to speak with potential new witnesses. The investigation is seen to be bigger than the original homicide case investigation by the Las Vegas Metro Police in the weeks after Tupac's assassination. Detectives have been liaising with differing hotel security and front office departments to establish as many confirmations as possible that Keefe, 60, was in Sin City. They are taking the steps because Keefe and his lawyer contend, despite many of the self-confessed gangsters' confessions, he was never actually in Vegas on the night Tupac was killed in a drive-by shooting close to the Strip. One central factor for the prosecution's case is locating evidence to debunk Keefe's claims, a legal source based in Las Vegas revealed. His central defense is that he was not in town on the night and there is no evidence to confirm his presence. But for the past few months, a secret team of investigators have been piecing together as much information as they can relating to Keefe being in Vegas. They have effectively gone back in time, treating the murder like it happened in 2024, not 28 years ago. So it is like a fresh evidence hunt searching for any paperwork, footage, or witness links that place Keef in town. They have visited the Monte Carlo Hotel, where Keef has stated many times that he stayed in before the killing and even returned to afterwards. They are liaising with staff to search through guest booking records to establish whether there is evidence that Keef or any of his Crip associates were booked in. I did it for money. Keef D claims he lied about murdering Tupac for cash, lawyer reveals as trial delayed for months. They even looked at receipts at bars and restaurants on site to see whether his name is anywhere in sight. These were the days before many places operated digital systems, so there is so many hours involved in looking at old paperwork. But the DA knows that a couple of seconds is enough to be a home run for the prosecution. By the Sun's senior reporter Emma Perry, who has been reporting on the Tupac murder for the past 10 years. Tupac fans have been waiting for justice for the iconic rapper for almost 28 years. Finally, in September 2023, there appeared to be progress with the arrest of Dwayne Keef D. Davis, a former Southside Crip gangster from Compton, LA, who had been telling the world for years that he and his fellow gang soldiers were responsible for the hit. I've been reporting on the case for several years, and it always appeared pretty cut and dry. Keef had spent the past decade gaining notoriety by boasting about his alleged involvement in the shooting. Now he was finally getting what he deserves. But despite Keef running his mouth for years, I now believe a guilty verdict in November's trial is far from guaranteed. Keef describes in great detail in his memoir Compton Street Legend what went down the night Pac was shot, extracts from which the U.S. Sun has published. He claimed that he was offered $1 million by rapper Diddy to handle Tupac and Suge Knight, and when he and his Crip gangsters came across the pair driving near the Strip in Las Vegas on September 7, 1996. Keef alleged he passed the gun to his nephew Orlando Baby Lane Anderson, who took the shot. Keef said if Pac had been on his side, I would have blasted. Keef repeated the claims multiple times over the years, on YouTube channels, documentaries, and even in taped confessions to police, when he believed he could not be prosecuted. In one confession to the LAPD, Keef appeared completely remorseless, telling detectives, "We didn't give a FK, the ambulance was parked right here next to us." That ST was as funny as a motherfucker. The Sun has been publishing stories about Keef's self-confessed involvement in the crime since 2018. I sent many links to his confessions to Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department, asking them why this man had not been arrested yet. They would thank me for the info, but say that they could not comment because the case was still active. From the outside, it looked like no action was being taken at all. We spoke to former detectives involved in the case and documentary makers who all felt utterly frustrated at the lack of progress in the case. We even published a plea from former LAPD Detective Greg Kading, who had probed the murders, urging Las Vegas cops to arrest Keef back in 2020. For years, the case appeared to have been forgotten and ignored, to be left forever unsolved. But finally, in the summer of 2023, we got word from our sources that there had been a huge development in the case. A secret grand jury was due to be held on whether or not Keef should be indicted. I was dubious at first, but around the same time a house in Henderson, Nevada, linked to Keef, was raided in July as part of the Tupac investigation. Things were heating up. Later that summer, behind closed doors, jurors listened to hours of testimony from former cops, detectives, and coroners involved in the Tupac case and gangsters and associates of Keef's and Pac's from back in the day. They were shown graphic photos of Tupac's bullet-ridden body. After days of evidence, they decided there was enough evidence to prosecute Keef. Once the secret documents were released, I pored over the transcripts. While interesting, many of the witnesses were telling stories they'd heard secondhand. None of the prosecution witnesses had a clear look at who shot Pac. One witness, Devonta Lee, claimed another gangster called Big Dre took the shot, not Orlando. Maybe things weren't as clear-cut as I first thought. Keef was then arrested on September 30th, 2023 at his home. Bodycam footage we obtained from the scene showed Keef bragging to cops even as he was handcuffed in the back of a police car, telling officers he was involved in the biggest case in Las Vegas history. Suffering from various health problems as a result of cancer, he's struggling to cope with the brutalities of jail life and can't get together enough money to afford his bail. He feels some of his old Southside Crip associates, men he handed wads of cash to in his glory days, have just abandoned him. Keef is now desperate to get out of jail, and his defense stems is leaning on his claim that he completely made up his involvement in the Tupac murder for fame and money. He saw other people cashing in on the murder, so he thought he would too. He reckons his confessions to police were all lies. He made it up because he was under a plea deal and thought it would help him beat his other charges. And, according to his lawyer Carl Arnold, he wasn't even in Las Vegas on the night of the shooting. Arnold remains convinced he will see his client walk free, and their secret weapon could be former Death Row Records boss Shug. As the only other person still alive from either car, Shug, currently in prison for a fatal hit and run, would be a key witness. Shug is the only person still alive who knows what went down. He saw the shooter. While he said he won't testify at the November trial, Shug has claimed in a TMZ interview from prison that Orlando was not the shooter, which again throws into doubt Keef's version of events. Keef and his lawyer are hoping they might be able to change his mind and persuade him to testify for the defense. And Shug holds the power to blow the prosecution's case apart. And if Keef walks free, will there ever be justice for Pac? The source added, the original homicide files have been re-examined in depth, with every person named being contacted for fresh interviews. Those probes have led to some fresh leads and opportunities to speak with potential new witnesses who have never come forward to police. Conversations are ongoing with several people who have connections to Keef and his gang. What emerges from that remains secret at the moment. Prosecutors court witnesses. Last week, the U.S. Sun revealed that 90s rapper Foxy Brown is being wooed by prosecutors to be a witness in the Shakur murder.
Yeah, so Foxy, they calling Foxy. They subpoenaing Foxy to come to court to testify as well. You know what I mean? So she's tied to this too. Shug ain't gonna testify. Like, even if they offer Shug freedom to get out of jail to testify, and he still wouldn't do it. Shug ain't gonna never say anything. So yeah, I don't see how, they got Foxy name tied up in this. I guess we'll see whoever else.
Bro, it seems like they just throwing anybody's name
throwing anything in this. Right. So
it just seems like it's just a lot of intentional distractions going on.
Right.
Like they just saying any old name now.
Right.
They tying Foxy into this? How?
Right.
How?
About to continue. Let me see.
Davis's legal strategy is that there is no proof he was actually in the game.
All right, so Foxy was in. So she was in Sin City hanging out with. She was hanging out with Keefe D on September 7th. So she was hanging out with Keefe D and them. So that's the thing. That's what I'm saying, because Keefe D, we know he was well prominent gangster, Crip, who Puffy used to hire for security when he went to LA.
Something's giving me cover up. Something is giving me cover up vibes, bro.
Right.
I'm gonna be real with y'all. Something is giving me cover up vibes. Somebody trying to cover something up.
Right.
This just it ain't the math ain't mathing, man.
Right.
Math is not mathing right now. It ain't
Davis's legal strategy.
Yeah, right. So
Davis's legal strategy is that there is no proof he was actually in the gambling mecca on the night, and he lied about being a shot caller for fame and fortune. Keefe insists that any comment he made on Tupac was a lie, and boasted about meeting Foxy in his memoir Compton Street Legend. Lead prosecutors have reached out to Foxy, famous for hits like Get Me Home with Blackstreet.
All right, so he put in his book. See, I ain't read the nigga book, so I didn't know what it all entailed in there. So he said he was hanging out with Foxy Brown that night. So they bringing her as a witness to test, to attest to that. So that's basically what's going on. Since he wrote that in his book, it seemed like they investigating and picking apart his book as well, which we're going to get into that confession that he did with the LAPD. So we're going to get into that as well. Let's continue this article, though.
His lawyer Carl Arnold maintains that Keefe has lied about his entire involvement in Tupac's death to gain fame and earn money. Arnold says prosecutors cannot convict his client based on his confessions alone and need corroborating evidence. Arnold has stated, there is no evidence Keefe was even in Vegas that night. In 2020, the original investigation files, obtained by the U.S. Sun, noted detectives never solved the Shocker's case because his closest aides hid key information about his killers. Metro Police wrote key witnesses, including Suge Knight and Tupac's cousin, held back information about shooter Orlando Anderson and his gang. Suge Knight, who was driving with pal Shakur, spoke to police but is understood to have never given any details about the crime. In the opening 15 pages of the 243 pages that have been released, the homicide team revealed how every witness to the murder claimed they knew, saw, and remembered nothing from the night. Many pages of the files remain heavily redacted, but the frustration of lead detectives is spelled out in the opening pages.
All right, we're gonna switch gears real quick. We're gonna get into Shug real quick before we continue. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and continue with the Keefe D thing, his confession and all that. Let's go ahead and get into that. We're gonna get into that because a lot of people heard this, but a lot of people didn't hear this. So I mean, we reported on this before, but a lot of people, you know, probably missed it. So we're gonna definitely get into this. All right. So let's go ahead and get into it.
Man, they came and said, "You just beat up Lane." And we was in the hotel, yeah, at the MGM and the restaurant. There was a few New Yorkers though, with Zip. Like, man, y'all need some help. We got this.
That's what they said?
You guys aren't out in Vegas then with that intention. That's not why you're in Vegas.
We've been going to the fights since Pat days, you know, the 80s.
So y'all geared up to go to Vegas and y'all was going anyway. Not even knowing who else was going to be down there. Not knowing if Pac and Chip was going to be down there.
We ain't had no pistol. We ain't had no pistols down there. And
Zip, who knows about Puffy's offer to Keefe, says this is a good time to take care of that thing.
Shit, it was right there. It's a perfect opportunity, baby.
That was Zip talking?
Yeah.
Because of what happened with Lane.
Zip offers Keefe D the .40 caliber Glock that he has stashed in his Mercedes out in the parking lot.
He told me in the lobby that he had some Jimmys.
Some what?
Had a Jimmy in the Benz. He had a little secret compartment. Thing popped out. Popped up, yeah.
In the armrest?
Yeah.
Backing up Keefe's story, we had a cooperating witness who was present at the MGM that night after Orlando Anderson was beat down. He testifies to the fact that he sees Orlando Anderson bleeding from the head, and he sees the group get together to start to plan the retaliation. In fact, he heard one of the guys say, "Fuck that shit. What Tupac think this is? We gangbang out here." The witness also confirms that he overheard Zip say, "We have artillery out here," meaning guns.
You tell Zip, hey, we're gonna go handle this shit or whatever?
Yeah, they asked like, y'all want us to come? We like, we know where them motherfuckers at. They was telling us that they gonna be at the 662 Club.
Who was saying that?
Everybody.
Everybody out there?
Yeah, everybody.
You get out of the car with Zip after everything. What do you say to him? Like, man, we're gonna handle this like great.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead. He's like, yeah, show the perfect time, you know.
Okay, then you jump out of the car, and then what happens?
I got in the van with the busters. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so Lane and Cadillac with T Brown and Dre.
Yeah.
Y'all go with the van. It's 2 cars go to 662.
Yeah, the van and the Cadillac.
Keefe D, Orlando Anderson, and half a dozen of the other Crip gang members get into 2 vehicles and drive directly to the 662 Club, where Tupac Shakur is expected to be performing later that night. They park in the parking lot, anticipating Tupac's arrival, and simply lie in wait for him.
According to Keefe D, some of the guys are getting nervous, so he jumps in the Cadillac with 3 other guys and decides to handle it on their own.
The Cadillac.
Yeah, so this was after, like, so all this supposedly happened after Tupac and stumped out him and Shug and stumped out, Baby Lane at the casino or whatever at the Tyson fight. I don't know, man. Keefe D seemed kind of
You know what's confusing
seems
to me
kinda-
about this?
What?
All right. So if there was a hit put out on them, why would they be at the casino trying to fight with they fist?
Right. Exactly.
That don't make no sense. Because if it was an actual hit, it would have just been the part where the guns came out. It wouldn't have been no fight at no casino.
Right.
If they had $1 million on their head. You gotta think about it. If Keefe D is Orlando's uncle, right?
Yeah.
So why would Orlando be there trying to fight him with a fist, knowing that it's $1 million contract on Pac's head? Why would he be trying to fight him with his fist? That don't make no sense.
Seem like some type of
like you wouldn't go like if someone had $1 million on their head and then you going to get that person so you can collect $1 million, you're not gonna go with your fist. You're not gonna go and try to fight them at a casino. Where a big fight is going on there.
Right.
That don't even make no sense.
Yeah, this is crazy. All right, so I guess we
like the math ain't mathing, yo. I'm sorry, it seemed like cover-ups.
Cover-ups.
Yeah, that math
being
ain't
driven by.
Right.
It ain't. I think just Keefy D
Terrence
dude is just taking a fall. He's all right to do that.
I think he's all right with taking. Yeah, I was figuring that like he, him taking the fall because he ain't really got nothing else to lose, bro. This is like all he got, like after him facing like multiple drug charges and all that. He rather confess to this to overshadow him. He gonna have to do time regardless for the drug thing, but this Tupac thing, far as like, this is like the last rodeo for him. So he had confessed to it. It seemed like he had confessed to this shit, like just to keep the notoriety and keep the fame of it all. You know what I'm saying?
I don't believe he did.
I'm not gonna say he wasn't involved completely, like, but it's definitely other key things involved with this. I'm not gonna say he's 100%. It's 100% on him. Of course, some things is being covered up. Of course, some things is being covered up.
I just don't
think,
feel,
and I feel like law enforcement is definitely involved. That's why I think we're trying to do a lot of covering up because law enforcement is involved. So we're gonna get into that with Shug mentioned something about Puff still working with he was working with the feds and shit the whole time. We're gonna get into that, but let's finish getting into this. Make sure y'all smash that like button. We're gonna keep this confession thing going right here with Keefy D.
Brown. In the front passenger seat is Keefy D. Behind the driver is DeAndre Smith. And in the right rear passenger seat is Keefy's nephew, Orlando Anderson. Due to traffic conditions and the configuration of Suge and Tupac's caravan, the white Cadillac is forced to pull up on the right side of their BMW.
I thought he was going to pull on my side. That's my little nephew. I'm going to look out for him. He pulled on their side.
So you were fitting to blast if you had to, or you were just...
Yeah, if we would have been on our side, I would have blasted.
Yeah, that's what I was
thinking. The face of his driver.
Right.
Keefy D turns around to hand the gun to the back seat, attempting to give it to DeAndre Smith, who would be in the best position to shoot. DeAndre resists, puts his hand up and says, "Nah, no thanks, not me."
I gave it to Dre, and Dre was like, no. And Lane's like, dude, fuck, dude.
Orlando Anderson, who's in the right.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like, yeah, the position that Orlando Anderson is positioned that we have to shoot over the shoulder of the person. I mean, basically shoot over the person. So that wouldn't even make sense. So that's what made me think. After when I seen that, I'm like, it's impossible for Orlando Anderson to shoot Pac, over, he would have to shoot over the person he was sitting next to.
Nigga, do you know how good of a shooter you gotta be to shoot a moving car beside you and hit your target accurately?
Well, the car wasn't moving. They was parked. They pulled up alongside of it at the light. You know what I mean? And just start dumping in the car from the supposedly dumping from the Cadillac into the passenger side where Pac was sitting at.
Even doing that, it takes some really decent aim. Now, aiming over somebody in the passenger seat beside you.
Yeah, that's why I doubt. Come
on, bro.
That's why I doubt it was Orlando Anderson that Pac. If they, according to them saying where he was sitting at, it's impossible for him to get those shots off. Shooting over top of
and
someone.
I doubt any of these niggas was marksmen. It seemed like the way they talking, like nobody ain't even want to do it.
Right.
Who got time to hand a gun? Oh, I don't want to do it. You do it. Like, who got time to do that?
Yeah, that's why.
Put $1 million on somebody's head. Right. Come on, bro. That ain't.
Yeah, and it don't make sense for. Yeah, like you said, it don't make sense for them for $1 million to be on their head when they got into a fight that night and Pac died that night. So who put the $1 million? If Puff put the $1 million hit in, why would they send them niggas to fight at the casino to do all that?
That's the point I was making.
Trust me, if you hiring somebody to do a hit, they gonna do it. You never gonna see it coming.
No,
they're not gonna they ain't gonna be fighting with nobody. Trust me, a hitman for $1 million, that hitman gonna make sure he do it right.
Let me tell you how they effed up though, because they were trying to make it look like it was retaliation. They tried to make it look like that them stomping him out in the casino, and then we gonna go and get guns and come back and get them later. Type of ordeal. So at what point did $1 million get on his head? Because like I said earlier, if someone coming there to take you out for $1 million, they not bringing no fist.
Nah.
And they ain't gonna fight on no camera neither. They ain't gonna be fighting. They ain't gonna be fighting a target inside a casino where everybody at a big Tyson fight. A Tyson fight in the 90s.
Right. You don't
hit
him, but we ain't even get to hit him with it. We ain't even hit him with it.
Man, please.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
All right, let's finish getting. I guess we can continue to get into this confession. Yeah, there's a lot of holes in this story, bro.
Yeah, it's too many holes.
Like $1 million hit don't require a nigga to go fight somebody. If it was $1 million hit on him, they never would have seen that shit coming, bro. It wouldn't have been no fight. It wouldn't have been no, let's go get them niggas and do all that. Nah, it's somebody, they would have caught them, they would have caught Pac, you know what I'm saying, and Shug slipping in another way. They wouldn't have to worry about doing it on a fight night like they did. It wouldn't have been announced, bro. Like,
and I don't think
none of that shit.
I don't think any of that was meant for Shug, because Shug ain't get nothing. He ain't get hit at all.
Nah.
Whoever did that, they had aim, bro. They was professionals.
Not only that, being as though that Shug car was bulletproof, the windows and
right. So they had something that could go through that compares to bulletproof armor.
Yeah.
So that goes to show you right there, they was professional.
Hit. That was a professional hit, bro.
Yeah, that was a professional hit. Like somebody said earlier, that casino stuff was staged just so they could say it's retaliation. Now they effed up because they try and pin it on Diddy. So at what time did Diddy put the $1 million on the head? Because if it was out of retaliation, so you mean to tell me Diddy sent them there to the casino? What they saying? Diddy sent them there to rough them up? Roughing them up didn't work, so Diddy said, "I'll give you $1 million to go back and take care of it." Like, how did that go? How'd that conversation go?
All right.
Because if you remember the official stories all through the 90s, even through the early 2000s, the story was they beat Orlando up in the casino, and Orlando and a couple of his guys went back later on and got him later on for getting stomped out at the casino.
Yeah, and they saying that stemmed back from when a death row member got rolled on in the mall and got his chain took. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
And it's supposed to have stemmed from that.
Right.
Death row chain getting stolen.
Fact.
You know what I mean? From the person that got beat up when they got seen in the mall or whatever. So yeah, that's what the whole retaliation thing was supposed to be from. Where Orlando Anderson, they saying Orlando Anderson and his crew had beat up somebody from death row and took their chain. So then fast forward to the Tyson fight, that very later that night or whatever, they seen, why would Orlando Brown go to the goddamn casino fight? For what? For what reason? Why would he go there?
His name is Orlando Brown too?
I mean Orlando Anderson. My bad. I'm keep saying.
I'm about to say what?
My bad, y'all.
Orlando Brown.
Orlando Anderson. My bad.
I'm about to say, damn, his name is Orlando Brown Anderson or some shit.
Yeah, my bad. Orlando Anderson. I mean, y'all.
I ain't.
So that whole thing's supposed to have stemmed from that whole fight at the mall and the chain getting stolen, and then the very next few hours, the Tyson fight, he gets seen at the casino. They tell Pac, yeah, he's over there. Yeah, you see Orlando Anderson, he the one that took the chain, and this nigga went over there, beat him up, stomped him out, and then so he left beat up, and then they come back, spin the block, and catch them at the light. Nah, bro, I don't think, all that, that's just bullshit.
And then
right.
Biggie and Tupac but listen though, Biggie and Tupac got hit up the same way.
Yeah.
Seemed like it was the same assassin, wasn't it?
I believe so.
Right.
And I don't believe it's the person they said did it either.
Exactly. Bro, these were professional hits.
Professional hits.
These were either people who were police officers or some type of government trained military, police officers, something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because my thing is, all right, that's what I was questioning too. That all right, so all that's supposed to have transpired that night. When was the hit put on them niggas? When was the $1 million put on their head? That night? Was the $1 million put on their head that night?
Bro, it was some Snowfall type shit. Y'all remember how any of y'all who seen Snowfall, you see how Teddy was moving on the show Snowfall.
Yeah, he was a rogue CIA.
Right, he was rogue CIA. Now that's what it be on rogue ass agent. Sometimes it don't even be the whole agency. That's the thing. It don't even be the whole agency sometimes, and sometimes it do be the whole agency.
Yeah, and it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy that Shug said he seen the the gunman or whatever, but he refused to testify, even though a hit was put out on his life and him and Tupac. You know what I mean? So I don't understand.
Nigga, that's because they using this stuff as a distraction.
That's that. Well, we know that. We know that for
sure.
Because
the financial system about to change. That's why. Let's just be real. Just real quick. I just had to say that one thing. That was it. I ain't even gonna say no more about that. Y'all can look more about that into, you know what I mean, on your own time.
Right.
Because everybody, this is distraction. Yeah,
we know what
they distracted you from.
Right.
Because everything is about to collapse.
And we did
trying to take your mind off.
Rumble. We did the topic on Rumble with that. But they really distracting all this shit from. In the very same video. In the very same video where we
math ain't mathing, bro. I don't feel like Diddy put the hit out on these niggas. I feel like this was some Teddy, Snowfall Teddy. You know what I mean? Teddy. Maybe Teddy.
Maybe they got wind that these niggas was
He had Man Boy. It was Man Boy. Man Boy did it. He had a little bit of Man Boy in him.
Reuniting the gangs and shit. They
bro,
want that
it was
shit
Man
rear passenger.
All right, so we're gonna continue this, y'all.
Reaches forward and says, "Give me that motherfucker." Leans over DeAndre Smith out. So Orlando would have had to lean over the top of Dre, right?
Yeah, he did.
You say Shug looks over, he sees you. He looks right at you.
Yeah, he looks at me.
Why are you looking right at me?
Fucking don't he tell us since we were 7, 8 years old?
Backing up Keefe D's claim that he and Knight knew each other was a witness who was in Las Vegas, part of the death row entourage, who was present during the shooting of Tupac Shakur, who said that Knight stated he knew who the shooters were and that they were Southside Crips.
I seen a bullet going Shug head. I thought he was dead.
So Tupac's trying to jump in the back seat.
So he had time to actually see the bullet go in the Shug's head. Keefe D on some bullshit up there.
Could I hit him real quick?
Keefe D on some bullshit up there.
Could I please hit him with it? Could he get hit with one?
Go ahead.
Presenting the effect of Camcrun cereal on Mrs. Oak's science class. You and Captain make it happen.
All right, shout out to I Got the Hookup. Welcome, you know what I mean? Welcome to the membership, bro. Appreciate you. You already know. Yep. Shout out to y'all that's
shout out to everybody who became a member, man, and everybody who's been liking and sharing our videos and shopping with us. Shout out to all the mods too for holding us down.
Shout out to the mod. Mean. Shout out to
this nigga definitely deserves a big ass bowl of Captain making it happen.
Yep. Shout out to
a big bowl of Captain making it happen.
Yep.
This whole Keefe D, Orlando, all them in the car passing a gun around before they decided who was going to be the one who pulled the trigger. Man, that sounds all made up, bro.
All right.
Hey, what's Shug doing?
Ducking. He couldn't really duck because he was too big. Yeah.
Keefe D has now identified his own nephew as the murderer of Tupac Shakur.
Bolstering Keefe D's claim.
Yeah, but you could easily say that now because Orlando Anderson is dead. He was shot down after all that happened. So yeah, you can easily just say, yeah, he was the shooter as a cover-up.
This dude is at the end of his life. He's sick. He's in jail. All he probably think about is feeding his family before he go, leaving something for his family to have.
Right.
He's the perfect individual to take the fall.
Right.
We know damn well that sound like a scene. That sound like a scene on Menace or something. Menace to Society or something. Nah, man. The way those two brothers was unalive, Biggie and Tupac, that was professional. It wasn't no Negroes like Kane and Old Dog. Nah, these were government trained, military trained. They were something.
Right.
Was an informant in
what type of ammo to use. They knew exactly what angle to shoot from, and they got the targets that they wanted to get, and nobody else got hit.
1997.
I don't know what anybody else did, but that's what I seen.
Right.
Investigators that Puffy had hired the Southside Crips to kill both Shug and Tupac, and that the Crip who was jumped at the MGM was in the group that had done the hit, and that they originally were going to do it at Shug's Vegas nightclub, but then decided to do it right away instead of waiting. This was exactly the same story that Keefe D told us a decade later. Very few people know that immediately after Tupac is shot and that white Cadillac is fleeing, one of the death row entourage, a guy named Alton McDonald, known as Buntry, chases after the Cadillac, and a second shooting takes place between the two vehicles. Alton McDonald's car is struck. In fact, within the Las Vegas murder files, there's a document that indicates that Alton McDonald's car had been struck by a bullet that night. As a result, Alton McDonald gives up the chase, and the white Cadillac disappears into the night. This also counters the claim that Suge had set up the Tupac murder. Why would Suge's main enforcer chase after the suspect's vehicle and exchange gunfire if they were all part of the same conspiracy?
Exactly. Yeah, there's too many holes in his.
For his part, Keefe D affirms in his interview that a second shooting does take place. However, he misidentifies the car that's following them as the girls in the green Sebring.
We made the right and some bras in the Sebring was following us.
Let me see. All right, let me bring this back just a little bit.
We made the right.
Did they both left?
Yeah.
Afterwards, when you guys are growing,
we went and parked the car by the carriage house. There's a parking lot on the opposite side of the carriage house. We left the car there and put the gun on the tire and left.
On the tire, front wheel tire, back tire, what?
Front tire.
After y'all left the gun on the tire, where'd you guys go?
We smoke weed and drink.
All right, so you know what?
One more time, fam. Could I please?
Yeah, go ahead and with it.
Presenting the effect of Camcrunch cereal on Mrs. Oak's science class. You and the captain make it happen.
Yeah, a lot of it ain't adding up, bro.
It ain't mathing, y'all. I'm sorry. It's just not. The math ain't mathing.
No.
All right. So him and the captain is making it happen because it's a big ass bowl of captain. A huge bowl.
Right.
A Craig bowl from Friday. You better put some water on that damn shit.
Right.
Size bowl.
If y'all ain't hit that like button yet, man, make sure y'all smash that like button.
Push the button. Come on, push the button. Yeah, come on, push your button. Push the goddamn button. Push the goddamn button.
A quick commercial break because we got to get into Shug, but we need a quick commercial break. Be right back after these messages. So make sure y'all stay tuned. We'll be right back. All right.
Hey, Redman is in the building. Funk Dr. Spot is in the building. Hey, I got a PSA announcement for everybody out there. If you got pain, you suffer from anxiety, go get your CBD smokes, CBD gummies, and CBD oils at nightanddaycbdhub.com.
So that's nightanddayNetMarket.com, 20% off on all CBD products. We will be getting the gummies back soon. For y'all that been waiting on these gummies, y'all already know these gummies works wonders. For y'all that been dealing with pain and insomnia and can't sleep and all that, y'all know these gummies is the best. So Y'all make sure y'all look out for that. Join the email list so y'all can know when we get them back in stock. Right, but right now everything 20% off on the CBD smokes, pre-rolls, the lotion and the soap infused CBD infused lotion and soap. Yup. So make sure y'all head over there and take advantage of the 20%. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and switch gears, man. Let's hop into Suge Knight. You know what I mean? Yup. So Suge Knight do the podcast on Breakbeats where he called home from jail, and basically spill it all. You know how he do. So it says Suge Knight claims Diddy has always been an FBI informant, and everyone in the industry was aware of his actions, including his execs and crew. Also alleges that once beat a female assistant, Jimmy Levine and bodyguard helped cover it up. Damn. And back then, them niggas was wilding out anyway, bro. On that time, they was beating up. They was beating up.
Let me say something about Shug from back in the day.
Yeah.
Shug said Snoop was working with the cops back in the day. Said the same thing.
Right.
He said the same thing about
Yeah, Kanye.
Kanye and then Ye said the same thing about Diddy.
Yep.
So it's like all this talk of, that's what I'm saying. These rumors are always all these different celebrities had T.I. People said T.I. was working with him. 50, Jay.
He's working
like
with
you
crime.
could just keep naming names. And the room, Fat Joe. Well, Tekashi. Well, we are.
Yeah.
I mean, he openly, proudly and proudly worked with the feds. But these are all the rumors throughout the years.
Yeah.
These were the rumors throughout the year, and it even trickles over into like Hollywood. People were saying certain actors and certain directors, and and they do work with government, especially when they do research for their movies and all that. But people was linking even deeper, darker type of links between the two. Pause. No Diddy. You know what I mean? The government agents and the celebrities, the Hollywood actors and actresses and the rappers.
Yep.
Hey man, Snowfall. They tell you right in the show how things work.
Well, yeah, that was based off of Freeway Ricky Ross's life.
There you go. There it is.
So
there it is.
No, we know that was based off.
Once
Freeway
again, the black man take the fall. Think about it.
Snowfall. Right.
Right.
Man, make sure y'all hit that like button. If y'all ain't hit that like button yet, man, this thing getting heated up. We're gonna continue this. That's when the trial start. I guess we're gonna definitely cover the trial. We're gonna definitely cover the Keefe D trial when it starts in November. So if y'all ain't subscribed to this channel yet, y'all ain't clicked that like button yet, I suggest y'all do that now. Let's go ahead and continue, man. So this is Shug with Breakbeats Media. Yeah, I mean him doing this, his call home thing from jail and the podcast thing. So let's get into this.
Everybody talking about Puppy. For the most part of it is this. At least he had a good one. He had a great one. There's a lot of things that people been knowing. Every person gets judged differently. Shouldn't be a gray area when it comes to doing something right, doing something positive, or being about the community. That's been said. Actually, Puppy been an FBI informant forever. That's what he would say. That's why it's different when it comes to him. Regardless who get hurt, all of a sudden people saying, Puffy, Puffy, Puffy. I think they shouldn't all blame everything on Puffy. Texas in the industry knew about it. Everybody in his crew knew about it. Jake knew about it. Everybody knew about it. So don't push away from him now. Like I said before, there was a girl, was an assistant. When I said he beat the bitch,
how I described how he kicked her, how she said all this stuff happened. And Friday Guard and Jimmy Iovine came and talked to her and said she got to take this money and settle. And Interscope gave her the check. So that's supporting criminal activities from Interscope and Jimmy that he was doing. But now they want to.
So that gives you. I'm gonna continue this, but that gives you the idea of who be protecting these dudes.
Yo, but shout out to Shug though for being the first nigga to have a podcast from jail.
Right.
This nigga stay, you know what I mean?
Right.
Talk about the latest gossip, and he's supposed to be on lockdown right now. How the hell is that possible?
But see,
this nigga got a whole podcast.
Nah, he got more insight than anybody. He got more insight than anybody else because he was there.
Damn.
So
I feel like Suge is the realest nigga out of all of them. I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like Suge is the realest nigga out of all of them, bro.
But then you gotta think about Shug. Shug worked with Jimmy Iovine closely too, so he's telling you that Diddy and him. See, you gotta read between the lines though. He's telling you that Jimmy Iovine worked with both of these niggas. So that Bad Boy versus Death Row shit was all smokescreen. That Shug telling you right there. You just gotta read between the lines. Jimmy Iovine, being as though he's higher up, works with Diddy and he works with Shug. So that gives you the inclination who's really behind this shit. And who's being the profit off of this shit the most? The shareholders in the company, right?
Wendy Williams from a jail cell, right?
You know what I mean?
How this nigga Wendy Williams from the jail cell? Like how
y'all still ain't hearing me. Y'all still ain't hearing what I'm saying. And y'all ain't hear what I'm saying. You gotta peep what Shug just told you. He said Puffy beat women up and Jimmy Iovine covered it up. But who was Jimmy Iovine working with the whole time?
Right.
Dr. Dre, Suge Knight, and Death Row. You gotta start reading between the lines with this shit, man.
I mean, they already said all that stuff was orchestrated so they could sell records, but then it turned deadly for real because they seen they could make more money probably off their deaths.
Right.
And you know how much money is tied up into that? That's what I'm saying. It could be higher ups attached to that.
Billions of dollars, bro.
Right. It's billions of dollars that they working with. Yeah, facts. And that billions of dollars, that means that's a lot of control over the minds of the masses. You got to think about how many people was riding with Tupac and all of them around that time, and Bad Boy and Death Row. You got to think about all the people they had following them from the East Coast and the West Coast. That's a lot of influence, bro.
Bro, that West Coast shit.
You know the government had to be a part of that because they ain't gonna let nothing like that fly out there. That's a threat to national security.
Bro, all that shit was smoke.
You gotta just look at things logically.
I'm thinking like, all right, Suge worked with a lot of people from the East Coast. So how was there a West Coast and East Coast war when Eric B from R&B and Rakim was supposed to be the president of Death Row East? So that's the East Coast. That's the East Coast guy. So that was a whole smoke screen. That East Coast, West Coast shit was a smoke screen, bro.
It was definitely a smoke screen.
Because they all was still working with each other. You just heard Suge said he was working with Jimmy Iovine. Diddy was working with Jimmy Iovine. That shows you right there that they all was still working together.
But they let the streets take it for real, and they let all those bodies drop on the street and ain't do nothing about it.
Pretty much sacrifice.
Basically, that was a ritual. Yeah, right.
Sacrifice, bro.
Let's just be real, y'all. See,
they're
trying to use it as a distraction, but it's getting them in trouble because you got niggas that's able to pull the story apart now. Now you got some niggas on the scene that know how to discern and know how to pick the information apart.
Right.
Now we starting to see the real corruption coming out of these individuals.
Yeah. Man, make sure y'all smash that like button. We're gonna continue this. Let's continue to see.
It's just making them, what Suge is saying is making them all look even worse. Because they knew it was like wrestling, but they let it hit the streets and become for real.
Yeah.
You know how many people, you know how many people got unalive behind this East Coast, West Coast stuff?
Right.
They were saying rappers was dying every other week, every other day at some point.
But not just the rappers, it was crews. It was gang member crews.
That's
and
what
all
I'm saying.
That
A lot of them were up and coming rappers that didn't even get to make it onto the scene yet.
Right. Man, make sure y'all hit that like button. Let's continue.
Anyone else? And one of the main reasons because he was doing this to a lot of black women mixed women or different races. So they don't think our people is valuable. They think our people is worthless. That's the real reason. Which is not. Everybody should be treated the same. Everybody talking about puppy.
All right, so it's another video I want to pull up. Hold on, y'all.
Man, this nigga got a whole podcast from jail.
From jail,
I don't think anybody.
Yeah, shout out to
that.
Shout out to Break Beats Media, man. Yeah, because they the ones that's putting out this podcast with Shug. So y'all can go subscribe to Break Beat Media. He got all Shug's. I look at it as confessions. All Shug confessions is on there. He calls home like once a week.
All these podcasts are becoming confessions because I feel like Drink Champs. A lot of the stuff that's being talked about on Drink Champs be confessions.
Yeah.
It's like this is the age of everything being revealed, bro. It ain't nothing being hidden.
Nope.
All must be revealed. That's how you know things is changing.
Yeah, exactly.
And we can. And the thing is, right now it's hard to lie. So if anything don't sound right, people's gonna pick it apart.
Right.
And that's what's been happening. This don't sound right. This story don't sound right at all. You know what I'm saying? This Keefy D thing is what I'm talking. It don't sound right.
Yeah.
Now, what do sound right is what Shug is saying. What
Right,
Shug is saying sounds right. They
But
were all
Shug-
working together. It
And
was
that-
like, see, between them, they was like, yeah, we could beef and we could sell records. So they was doing social media before social media.
Right.
So,
right.
but they called it publicity stunts. So it was a publicity stunt amongst them because Shug and Diddy was still hanging out during that whole East Coast West Coast beef. While the beef was going on, Diddy was still chilling in Los Angeles and California and all the areas where that Shug controlled at that time, where the nigga would have had to check in. So when Diddy was chilling in those areas, who did he check in with?
Well, Keefy D. Well, he was with Keefy D, so we know he was still tied to Keefy D because it already came out that.
But what about all the stories that
Keefy D was
in the height of the East Coast West Coast beef?
Yeah, but Keefy
There were times where Diddy and Shug were still hanging out in the height of the East Coast West Coast beef, when the magazines was pushing it out like crazy and records was flying off the shelf and bodies was being put in the ground. During the height of it, Shug and Diddy was hanging out.
Yeah, but then something happened. Something happened where,
man,
came on the opposite sides of each other. Because like you said, things started getting real.
Probably the agents playing them
bodies
against
really
each other.
start getting dropping. So
it
when
got
we was
real
talking
because
about-
there was a
when
Teddy
we was talking about this, we
involved.
was talking about COINTELPRO, right? And infiltrating hip hop, right? Y'all know we've done covers on that with actual receipts that COINTELPRO actually existed in hip hop too, starting with Biggie and Tupac.
Right. Well,
where they
look
was
at Snowfall, bro. It was a Teddy
yeah.
involved.
Right.
It was that hidden hand, and they probably started playing them against each other. Because the plan was they probably was all in on it together. It was probably a secret meeting. It's like, yeah, we do this publicity stunt. We really act like we beefing because they do something
Pretty
like
much,
that to keep
yeah.
the record selling.
Right.
Keep the
And I think that's where the idea started with rap beef, as far as beefing to sell records more. It's more so we already know the battles throughout the 80s and all that. That was more so wasn't just just to sell records. I think they really got into the marketing of the shit during the Pac and Biggie era. That's when they really started fine-tuning the marketing schemes as far as to sell records. And it started with them. That's what I'm saying is COINTELPRO shit in hip hop did exist starting with these two niggas. Shug and Diddy using artists as Puffy and using artists as Tupac and Biggie. They was the sacrificial lamb. And it isn't necessary they wasn't in on it. Because you gotta remember Biggie and Pac started off as friends. They was actually started off as good friends. You know what I mean? Biggie was hanging out in the West Coast then. Remember, he was going to Pac's house when he lived out there in the West Coast.
Well,
Staying.
it probably
So I
started
know.
off.
So I know it wasn't. So I know it wasn't them planning to do that shit. It was more higher up. So I'm thinking that shit that happened in Quad Studio was definitely, I'm just gonna say, allegedly set up by these niggas.
Agents, bro.
I think Shug was well aware of that shit that happened at Quad Studio. I'm gonna be honest. Before that shit happened. You know what I'm saying? So I mean it's alleged, but that I'm just gonna say alleged because
state sponsored, bro.
But we know the federales was definitely involved with this shit as well. I mean, niggas' phones being tapped, being followed around everywhere they went, surveillance set up on these niggas, phones being tapped. Biggie was following around in the West Coast when he was there the whole time. They was being followed by the feds. They was getting footage of these niggas coming out of tattoo shops and shit like that. They was, you know what I mean? Like all that shit is public record. You know what I mean? So, man, we gonna see where this trial go with this Keefe D shit. I feel like it's all smoke screen. I feel like
so you think they gonna add this to the Diddy? You think? See,
yeah, the Diddy shit is gonna be tied to it. Yeah, that's why when Diddy case go before grand jury, all this shit gonna be part of that. I don't know if Big Gene gonna be testifying because they definitely, if he's all the shit he been saying over the years is supposedly true, then they definitely gonna subpoena his ass to come to court for all that Diddy shit and that Tupac shit.
I know who they ain't gonna be subpoenaing.
Who?
Jag liar.
Yeah, they ain't. Yeah, Jag ain't getting no. Yeah, fuck, Jag don't know shit, man. She knows just as much as everybody else know that been following this shit since the early 90s. It's the 90s, bro. And we from that era, so we've been following the same story she been following. That's why when she started talking, I'm like, are you just saying this shit that Gene already said? That shit that people from Bad Boy Camp already said, but you and putting a spin on it. But yeah, she ain't got no inside information on that shit. Because if she did, she'd be subpoenaed to come to court. And you know, Jag has to be frontline to testify against anybody that had any involvement on Pac on the Puff side and or the Death Row side, on the Bad Boy side or the Death Row side.
Right.
Jag don't know shit, bro. That's why she ain't getting no CNN interviews, no TMZ interviews, no Fox News interviews, nobody, no interviews. All she do is sit up there on the blue couch. That's it. None of the bigger medias don't care nothing about what she talking about out here because she wasn't there. She simply wasn't there. She's good at regurgitating a lot of shit and putting it together and telling you the story. So she could be a good fucking narrator for a documentary or something. But other than that, she don't know any
documentary.
Yeah, she don't have no inside information on none of that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she could be used for a documentary, but you call a documentary a grain of salt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Jag liar. A grain of salt. Take it with a grain of salt.
All right.
No, damn well she wasn't at no Diddy parties and don't know any inside information except rumors that. When she knows she wasn't there and she can't prove she was there, she'd say her contacts told her. So she always got these mysterious contacts.
But your contacts ain't even getting interviewed or subpoenaed to come to court for anything. So what contacts do she got? Ain't no damn contacts. She said she was part of
her industry contacts, bro.
She said she was part of the new Black Panther Party. No, you're not. You're not part of that.
In the industry contact she got, that's how she knows all the insides.
Man,
her sources. Yep.
Anyway.
Yep. Cause my sources told me when she started saying that shit, when she say my sources told me or my contacts told me,
right,
and she wasn't there. Just
Presenting the effect of Chem Crunch cereal on Mrs. Oak's science class. You and the captain make it happen.
All right, so I wanted to switch to this real quick. This is Breakbeat Media. Y'all know that they the ones responsible for putting the podcast out with Shug. So in the latest episode, Collect Call, Shug drops a major bombshell on the history of Sean Combs' dark past. So let me get into this quick clip real quick.
Listen, these guys are informants on 187 for the government. Puffy is not gonna be in handcuffs no time soon, no matter what he's done, no matter what he do, because of his position with the government. And he's being questioned. He even steak and lobster. They say, what about this? Well, you already told on that person. What about that? They already in prison. What about this person? They already did. So he's probably running out of people to give up. The things he described, Jimmy Iovine and one of the bodyguards, according to the girl, said that they told her she had to settle and take the money, which in this country is well over $1 million for a puppy. And the crazy thing about it, what she describes happened to her, it's the same thing we see when he did to Cassie on the video.
All right, so Shug basically saying that the chick he beat up, that Jimmy Iovine helped cover it up, is the same shit he did to Cassie. You gotta peep the shit, Shug. That's why I said Shug got more insight than anybody, tell you the truth. So why would we listen to Jaguar when we got niggas like Shug? That was actually there.
Yeah, Shug would know more, definitely know more than what Jag would know.
Yeah, fuck,
Shug was actually there.
Right.
Shug was actually, he was there and he was running shit.
So the chick that but she already took the money. So she ain't no way they're gonna subpoena her to come to court because she already took the money. I don't know. There might be some more shit tied to this shit, man. Then again, who knows?
I don't know. I feel like Shug is indirectly spilling the beans.
No, he has been the whole time. He been calling home and doing these. But niggas gotta read between the lines. See, if you gotta be able to discern the shit that he's saying. Because he's not gonna come directly out and tell you, because Shug say, look, I'm not a snitch. He's not gonna come directly out and tell you. So he's gonna speak in parables with this shit. And hopefully you get to catch it. When he said once he said that Jimmy Iovine helped Puffy cover up a beatdown he beat down a woman, and Jimmy Iovine helped Puffy covered it up. So I scratched my head. I'm like, hold on. Jimmy Iovine Interscope had Death Row under Interscope. Bad Boy and Death Row so-called had beef, started a whole East Coast, West Coast war. So that's giving you the insight that Jimmy Iovine is one of the key players into this shit. So they've been working. Jimmy Iovine been working with both sides the whole time. So you got to think about how this shit be set up. It's funding both sides of the war. That's what the Rothschild did with the Battle of Waterloo when the French was fighting. They funded both sides of the war, and it's been like that the whole time. They always fund both sides of the war. Both sides of the war is always funded by the same people,
and that's with every war.
Yeah, and that's what they did with this East Coast West Coast shit. They all sat around, conspired to fund both sides of the war.
Even the war on D Rugs.
Yeah, even the war on D Rugs. Right. Right.
They flood the streets with that. You know what I'm saying? And they lock people up for it. And make money off of that too.
Not only that, they feed the private prisons. Exactly. So
the
record companies it's already public knowledge that the record companies had whole investments. Had whole investments in these private prison systems, which they needed to fill those prisons up. So what they would do, they would use rap music, gangster music to do it. That's why niggas like Ice Cube and them, Dr. Dre and them was able to basically become real successful in the future because they paid their dues as far as getting people to those private prisons. Ice Cube already confessed to it and said NWA played a part in that. Them unknowingly not knowing that they're being used for that. But it's like, all right, now they able to transition into Hollywood because they already did, you know, they was already used for whatever they was used for in the late 80s and early 90s. Basically to bust up all that conscious rap shit, move Public Enemy to the side, get all that, you know what I mean, Jungle Brothers and all that shit move all that shit to the side, and let's implement this gangster rap shit.
You know how they did it?
That way we can fill up these private prisons. They brought corporate in to sponsor it. Yeah.
Yeah. They brought corporate in. They brought big business in. Because before, hip hop was mainly for the streets.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was mainly for the DJs, for the streets, for the block parties, then for the local radio stations. But then corporate started seeing it, and they started seeing the conscious stuff behind it. Niggas like Rakim and all. And they're like, oh, we got to put an end to this.
Right.
We gotta put an end to this. And they once they bought the corporate in, then they turned it into the gangster rap.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, they weaponized. Yeah, it was all they created a whole ecosystem out of it.
The whole
and was able to upload and instill mass genocide type of things into our community through that. Because you gotta think about it. A lot of the stuff that we do in result of the music creates mass genocide. The D-rugs usage, the violence, all that stuff that comes with it, the programming, the mindset, the self-hatred, you know what I mean? All of that stuff that comes with
over-sexualized music, all that shit.
Yeah, right.
It all plays a part on the psyche. So yeah,
and it creates that ecosystem to where they could do the war on D-rugs, and they can send people to the prisons, and they can lock down a certain race of people.
Right.
It all points to Teddy.
Right.
It all points to Teddy.
And they all, you know, I mean, you just look at the names that's behind this shit. Is all small hats, small hat community. We ain't gonna say their name, but we know y'all know who we talk about when we say small hat. So that's so you know who's tied to that. Mossad, CIA, you know they all
Teddy.
tied to shit. Yup. The Mossad, the CIA, Isiah.
Yo, it's crazy. Because Ye told us right in front of our faces. Ye said right in front of our faces that Diddy was the feds. I mean, and Shug is like, yeah, he is the feds. They been knew he was the feds.
It's crazy, bro.
So he was out there operating like that because he was the feds. Because he knew they wasn't gonna lock him up.
Right.
That's how Diddy was able to get away with all that. Because he knew they wasn't gonna lock him up.
Well,
man.
We heard from straight out of Shug mouth, who was protecting him the whole time. The same people that was protecting Shug the whole time.
Right.
The same people that was protecting a lot of these company execs the whole time.
And all the artists who was close to this individual are superstars.
Yep.
Superstars.
Dang.
Or they ain't here no more.
And they don't give a shit about sacrificing niggas. I mean, sacrificing our community for their benefit. We know how they is. So they cook up all these schemes and shit. And they get these niggas to go along with it because it's beneficial to them financially and political wise to go along with this shit. That's why they ain't have no care in the world. That's why Puffy was able to move how he moved. Like, ain't no way in the world that Cassie shit on that tape should have been covered up like that. There's no way in the world that, you know, a beating caught on camera like that shouldn't have been reported to you know, to the authorities. That's crazy to me,
So
bro.
who officially had that tape all these years? Like physically,
They saying they found it in his home. Well, we're getting two stories. They saying that they found it in his home when his home got raided. Yep. So
who though?
They saying that
who can confirm this? Like
they saying that
I don't think it can be confirmed.
That he paid the $50,000 for the tape, for the hotel tape. Because I'm thinking like, all right, that was caught on tape. For that not to get out, we know somebody had to get paid to suppress that tape, bro.
People were assuming that Cassie had the tape.
That happened 20 nuts. Cassie ain't had a tape, bro.
I don't believe Cassie had that tape.
Nah, that tape was taken from the hotel. That's what I'm saying. They saying that the tape was paid, $50,000 was paid to the hotel to get the surveillance of that tape. Even though if that's not true, somebody still went to the office to get that tape out of there. Because
so
why
it still can't be confirmed.
Yeah, because if it was
who had the tape all them years.
Exactly. We don't know if the feds had the tape or what they saying his house got raided and the tape was there. That's what they saying. But it don't matter. Either way, the tape still was suppressed and it was never reported to the authorities. So the hotel will be responsible too as well. They would be held accountable as part of the conspiracy as well, because they allow somebody to get a hold of that tape. And
so I feel like Diddy probably had that tape also.
Yeah, he had the tape the whole time.
I feel like Diddy had a copy of the tape. I mean, just because it was probably other copies, and the hotel keeps the master copy.
Right.
So Cassie could have went and got the copy because she knew it existed.
Nah. Cassie
went at a later date.
Cassie didn't get that
but
tape.
I feel like Diddy probably got it that night. He was whooping her ass.
That tape got confiscated that night. That shit when that happened, because it looks like the suite at the top floor. So I'm thinking like there's nobody up there that can hear it, because if that's Diddy, he gonna rent out the whole top floor. Nobody's gonna be in that top area, period, because he's gonna rent the whole top floor out. So you gotta think about if nobody heard that shit. You know what I mean? Nobody heard that shit, but the tape, we know the camera was in the hallway recording all that shit. Diddy got that tape right away, bro. He wasn't going, because they know the recording, the camera's facing the shit. And like we said, Jimmy Iovine is a culprit in this shit, because that's why he said you got people. Shug said, you know what? I gotta go back. I'm gonna go back and binge watch all that shit Shug said from jail, because he's not gonna come out and straight tell you. He's gonna give you a roundabout way of who's the key players that's doing certain things. You know what I mean? And that's his way of confessing and putting it out there without having to testify in court. You see what I'm saying? Because he's not going to testify in court at all. Even if they offered that man freedom, he's still not going to go through with it. But he will tell you on some subliminal shit. He'll tell you.
It's safe to say that Shug is really a stand-up guy.
I don't know if he stand up and all that shit, but shout out to Melanie
I'm talking about stand up as far as being true to the life that he chose.
Right. Oh yeah.
Thinking like a bird to get out of jail.
Shout out to Mel. Mel said, appreciate y'all. JR, Isiah, Curry gang all day, every day. Smash that like button. You already know what it is. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, she'll be telling them, she'll be letting them niggas know. Right. Yeah, because I ain't, because when I heard him say that shit, he said Puffy beat a woman up the same way he did Cassie, but Jimmy Iovine helped cover it up. So I'm like, oh, so that's the nigga, that's the go-to guy right there, the cleanup man. So why would he help? If he supposedly be, this East Coast, West Coast shit, why would Jimmy Iovine be helping Puffy out?
Right.
Cover up a beatdown that he did with a woman. Why would he help Puffy cover that shit up? It's crazy to me, bro. Yeah.
Well, you know, everything is about their image.
Yeah, so you gotta think, all right, these are the key investors that's investing in all this shit. Because I know people like to mention Clive Davis and this but they all part of the same fucking community. They all part of the small hat community. So who's really the corporate in this shit, bro? They the ones that's funding all this shit. Yeah.
It's all this was behind the They Clone Tyrone project. Because they, out of all this gangster music and all this, the vibration of the music all these years in our community, created these clone minds where everybody got to be tough, act gangster, do drugs, violence, and be hateful to each other.
And then the over sexualized music.
Right.
I mean,
and you gotta think about it, it is a programming, because when you're vibing to the music and you acting out the stuff in the music, and I mean, it's a program. It's like your brain shuts down and that comes on. That's a form of cloning when you got a whole community doing the same and acting the same way, singing the same songs, doing the same drugs, drinking the same brands of alcohol. Yeah, it's all that's a cloning process.
Yeah, that's why radio was prominent to keep the same 10 songs rotating.
Right.
Same 10 songs rotating is a predictive programming, bro.
Right.
So if you constantly hearing in rotation,
right.
If you constantly hearing in rotation, then
because you'll be driving on the road and listening to the radio, and the same songs will come on 20 different times while you're on your trip.
Well, they only rotate
singing them over and over again.
So the repetitive hooks was another way to get the predictive programming. Because remember, if you think about songs throughout the 80s, it wasn't so much repetitive hooks like that. When we start getting more towards the 2000s is when you start hearing those repeated hooks, those constant repeated hooks. I'm not talking about the hooks when you spitting a whole 8-bar hook. I'm talking about taking the same 2 bars and repeating it over and over again. Y'all know the songs we talking about. Y'all know exactly the songs we talking about. And then the drill shit came. It was the trap shit. Then the drill shit came. You know what I mean? And this shit is all predictive programming. It's all predictive programming.
Not just predictive programming, bro. It's literally a cloning program. Cause just think about it. Even down to the outfits. Like you would see you would go to a party, it'd be 10 niggas there with the same sneakers on, same outfits, acting the same, talking the same slang, acting the same, you know what I mean? Dressed the same, acting the same, talking the same, eating the same, shitting the same type of drugs. Same type of violence, all right. Yeah, I mean, whatever's popping around that, you gotta think about it. That's a clone right there. Those are clones.
All right.
Like it ain't no originality. That's a form of cloning. But you're cloning a mind, and you creating a synthetic culture, and you cloning it. Well, so it's like the culture, the black culture in the United States is a synthetic culture. It's like a genetically modified culture. But it's a cloning one. Cause we bunch of niggas walking around with their pants sagging. You know what I'm saying?
Which is
violence,
self-hate,
drugs, dressed the same. 50 niggas with the same pair of Jordans on because it's cool. You gotta think about it. 80 niggas with the same Gucci shirt on. Like that's a clone. There's a bunch of clones.
So would you say? So you would say the corporations is definitely tied into it because they the one they basically using the celebrity to program the masses to get along with buying all that shit that they trying to sell us, pretty much.
Right.
So it's a lot of things that's you got to start connecting the dots. There's a lot of prominent things, and I'm telling you, all these are the same investors, the same shareholders of these companies. I don't give a fuck what company it is. It could be McDonald's,
Right.
it could be Gucci, it could be any of these. They all still managed by the same shareholders. And that's when you get motherfuckers like BlackRock that come in and manage all this shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? But that's a whole nother live stream we can get into. But damn,
they birthed that shit though. Like this whole East Coast, West Coast thing created a whole bunch of clones around that time.
Yeah, this shit crazy.
Everybody had the same mindset. When you got a bunch of people with the same mindset, acting alike, talking alike, dressing alike, self-hatred is alike, that's clones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
And basically just self-extermination.
Yep.
Because that's all that was taking place. And still is.
Genocide.
Look, it's still dangerous to be a rapper out here in 2024. Rapping is dangerous, y'all.
Well, shit, I guess, yeah.
Rapping is dangerous. All right? Being a rapper is dangerous. It's a dangerous thing.
Yeah.
It's very dangerous.
Right. Being a rapper.
Right.
Just being, you know what I mean? If you sticking true to hip hop, some real hip hop shit, then you probably, most likely won't be in that type of crowd anyway.
Right.
You more so
Yeah,
to
because
the
you don't see the R&B niggas out there off.
Right.
It's just mainly, it's the rappers, bro. It's always the rappers. It ain't even the same. It ain't even the R&B. You know what I'm saying? It's the rappers. You don't see Cisco, getting taken out for some beef. Yeah, I mean, like, come on, man. It's the rap.
No.
It's dangerous to be a rapper.
Nigga said Cisco.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You don't see no R&B artists.
Nigga stupid.
You don't see no Nipsey Hussle type stuff happening to no R&B artists out here. It's the raps. It's the rapping, bro.
Yeah, make sure y'all hit that like button, man. This live stream, this live stream definitely wanted to get into this shit with this whole Keefy D trial shit that's supposed to be coming up. Yeah, if y'all ain't hit that like button yet, man, make sure y'all hit that motherfucking like button, man. You know what I mean? Smash that like button. And I don't know, anything else you wanted to say on this matter?
Nah.
You already know we still got 20% off on
percent.
Right. So we still got 20% off on the shop. You already know, shop with us over there, nightanddayNetmarket.com. Make sure y'all follow us on _network on Instagram, _network on TikTok. Yep. And Night and Day Network on Facebook. Yep.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to the mods coming through, holding us down. Ming, Mel. I mean, incoming. Thanks for y'all. You already know. Coming through, holding us down. And man, we gonna
get a bunch of people in here said they had got their stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
We still shipping more packages out, y'all. So your stuff will be coming soon.
Yeah.
For those of y'all who've been ordering. We shipped a bunch of stuff yesterday. We shipped some stuff today. We're gonna be shipping some stuff tomorrow.
Yep. So look out for y'all packages, man. Y'all already know what it is. We're gonna go ahead and get up out of here.
Y'all join the email list if y'all haven't already, so y'all can get the newsletters. Just in case if niggas not back the next, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we can't.
YouTube with one click of a button.
Right.
They can get you up out of here. So y'all, if that ever happened to us again, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta hit us up through the email. That's why sign up to our email list.
Facts.
On
that note, y'all, we're gonna get up out of here, man.
Right.
All right.
We the Curry brothers, night and day network. We bring awareness to the community, spreading consciousness. With the truth we chase greatness. In the darkness we shine like the brightest stars, using our platform to break mental prisons. You know who we are. From the streets to the stage we never back down. Constantly evolving, we wear the crown. Mindful warriors, we're changing the game. Never staying the same. Night and day network, we're here to stay. Bring awareness and consciousness every single.
Zeolite is one of the most amazing minerals of our age. Millions of people have been using detoxification supplements to remove harmful toxins, pollutants, heavy toxic metals, as well as to balance pH levels, lower the risk of viruses like cold and flu, support the immune system, and improve nutrient absorption. What is zeolite? Zeolite is a volcanic ash that forms over time when ash and lava react with alkalized water, resulting in a compound with a very strong cage-like structure and a negative charge. Zeolite is one of the most fascinating and powerful nature remedies available. Great to detox and balance your body. Health benefits of detoxing. The removal of excess heavy metals can improve overall health. Detoxification helps balance a body's pH levels. This product provides 30 capsules, 1 month supply, ships within 3 days. Purchase now at night and daynetmarket.com.
Push the button. Come on, push the button. Yeah, come on, push the button. Push the goddamn button. Push the goddamn